guys, Diana here from Garden Love. Today I'm out here watering my plants. I finally had a day off and I decided to water my plants. We did have a little bit of a rain and drizzle. However, it brings up a good point. Just because it rains a little bit, it doesn't mean that your plants have enough water, especially the ones that are in containers. Because, for example, these, they're very close to the wall that even when it rains, they hardly get any water in them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm watering my plants. As you can see, this is all dry, even though we just had some rain. As you can see, the courtyard and the ground is completely wet. Outside is completely wet, and these pods are still dried out. So that's something you should keep in mind if you're growing things in container. Even though that it's raining, some of your containers might not get as much rain as you think it got. So just keep that in mind. Here's another good example. This one is completely dried out, and that's because the rain didn't get over here due to this little cover. So just don't neglect your plants. Don't like I have lately, don't forget about those containers that are near the wall, or they have a canopy of other leaves that's preventing the rain to hit the pot. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I am going to water all my plants, and while I'm here, I want to show you guys all the citrus that I've been blessed with this season. Look at these Eureka lemons. I have tons. Finally, this tree has tons of lemons that I think I'll be able to share with family and friends. When I first moved into this house, this tree did not fruit. I think it had only one fruit, and then the next year had a couple. And over the last 2 to 3 years, I've been amending the soil. I've been putting wood chips, I've been putting leaves there, I've been fertilizing it. So it's definitely paying off now because it's getting pretty loaded with fruit, and I think it's going to continue to thrive over the next few years. My Mexican key lime, beautiful. It has some Mexican key limes. It's not going to have as much fruit as it did last year because, as you guys know, I neglected my tree a lot during the summer. And trees need lots of water when it's hot, especially when it's blooming, and a lot of the blooms fell out. However, now that I'm talking to you guys right now, I want to show you guys there's tons of little baby fruit. I don't know if it's all gonna sit, considering that we have a few cold days here and there. But what I'm really excited, guys, that I really want to show you, and I apologize about the noise, there's some construction going on over here, but this is the only time I have to get out here. I was watering earlier, and I was just admiring all my trees and looking at them to see how much they've grown, and I'm so excited to show you guys that I did not even see this for weeks. Okay, I believe I took off all the little blooms from this beautiful red blood orange. I'm growing it aspillary so it can grow along this wall. I have to get a new trellis. Well, I was just looking at how big this branch is and how I really need to get a branch, and I was going through all the branches and looking at it, and when I went and opened this, I couldn't believe my eyes that there is an actual orange right there sitting on the branch, on this trellis, and it's just growing. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit longer, and as soon as I feel that it's ready, I'm gonna definitely cut it open to show you guys what this beautiful Rio Red, this blood orange looks like. I am so excited about it, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it is my very first fruit. If you guys go back a few videos back, this tree was tiny. It wasn't thriving in the container that I had it in, and finally I decided to repot it, and you guys can see what I did to amend the soil. It's only been a little bit under a year, and it's growing like crazy. It's thriving, and it even has a fruit. So that's a very good sign that the roots are established. They're very large in there, the roots, and as you can see, there's tons of new growth. These are very slow growing, so I'm impressed with the progress that it's had this year. So excited. My kumquats, as you guys know, oh wait, let me show you guys. There's a tiny little pink Eureka lemon. The flesh is pink. If you guys haven't had one before, I highly recommend. This is one of the unique trees that I always recommend because the flesh is very beautiful, the taste is wonderful, and it's just a wonderful thing to have in the kitchen when you have friends over and you cut up open a lemon and it's pink inside. It's just beautiful. I'm so excited that even though I neglected most of my trees and I didn't have time to water, some of them are still producing fruit. despise the neglect. Obviously it's not full of fruit like it normally is, but it's okay. It's okay. My other Eureka lemon that's growing aspalaire, it's also growing tons of lemons, not as much as last year, but it definitely has a handful. I've been using these to cook. I haven't had the need to purchase any lemons or limes for a while due to this beautiful tree. So you can see them, they're everywhere. This is my ultimate favorite tree. I've learned so much with this tree, with having tons of errors and years where it had no leaves, years where I'm trying to revive it, and after all these years it's well established in this container and it's completely thriving and growing tons of fruit. It loves the spot that it's in, and that is one of the biggest things that I learned once I moved here, and about the microclimate and the weather that they're in. I have tons of videos about everything I learned on that tree, and but I just wanted to give you guys a little mini tour and talk to you guys about all the citrus that I have growing in this tiny little space in my little courtyard. This is my Meyer lemon. I absolutely love it. This has the most juice in here than any other lemon that you can probably find in your garden. Even though they're little, you'll get tons of juice. Maybe one day I'll cut a Meyer lemon and a Eureka lemon and see which one has more juice. That would be an interesting video. I think if you're interested in that video, please leave a comment down below and let me know whether or not you'll be interested in watching that video. Once again, I haven't watered in a couple of days, so the soil's getting a little dry, so that's why I'm here watering. So let's go ahead and share some water. But before I move over there, as you can see, all those kaffir limes, I haven't been out here in so long that they're all in the pot, and I'm sure there's tons of them in the ground. Kaffir limes are known mostly for the medicinal elements of the leaves. However, you could use the kaffir limes if you need to, and I do use them whenever I run out of the other limes or lemons. But let's go ahead and share some of this water with my pots. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. My quick little mini tour and a little bit about all my citrus in my courtyard. A reminder that even though it rains, don't forget to water your plants, because the rain might not reach your pots, especially if they're under a tree, if they're near a wall, or the canopy is pretty big. Even though the canopy, even though they're out in the open, if the canopy is big, the water is not going to necessarily drop where the container is. It's going to go over it. I'm so happy to be here and see you guys. I hope you guys had a blessed New Year's, blessed Christmas. I see that Lead Farmer 73 and a couple of other YouTubers are getting out there, getting a good fitness routine, which I'm very excited that you guys are doing that. I love working out, and I'm hoping that if I'm gonna save up to get a GoPro, and hopefully I can record some of my runs. I love running. I'm training actually for a race coming up in April, and I would love to share that with you guys, but the GoPros are pretty pricey, so I'm gonna save up for it and try to get it and start recording what I'm doing to train for that race that I'm about to embark upon. Other than that guys, like I mentioned, I'm happy to be here. I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.